Hey, what's up, everybody? We're live here on beautiful Tuesday night for TF2. Teams are getting ready here in Granary for what looks like a pretty entertaining match. We have the second place team in Invite. Marxus, what exactly is their name? That's Exertus. I know them. Versus the second place team in IM, or a high placing team in IM, what was explained to me when I agreed to cast this as Mangachu's team. So I don't think that's actually their name, but that's what I'll probably go with for a majority of the cast. I am Seabear. It's great to see all of you lovely nerds in stream chat, and I am being joined with the first time that I've ever casted with, even I think talked to in Mumble, a man named Marxus. What's up?
Not much. Yeah, I think it is the first time for everything, so we'll see. I'm only a sub. I wasn't supposed to be here, but hopefully it'll be a good time.
Yeah, I wasn't supposed to be here either. We're organized here at Team Fortress. If you want to cast some TF2, just add Enigma to friends list, and eventually you'll get a message if it gets that far down the line. I don't know. But yeah, so it's going to be fun here. Tell me a little bit about these teams. I have the luxury now of having the second caster who knows a lot about this game. Currently, historically, he knows about these teams, about these players. It's going to make up for all the well-publicized deficiencies that I have in my giant gaps of knowledge of who these people are that we're going to be casting. So obviously, Alpha's team, the Fragile Exertus, they are the second best team in North American TF2, or the third best if you're a mix-up fan. Tell me a little bit about the team that they're going to be playing, because they look good on paper, but they apparently aren't. They didn't win IM. They look like they're a team that should have, or what's the deal with them?
Yeah, so there's Xero Error Gaming. I believe that's their sponsor as well. I'm not sure exactly the full details of that sponsorship, but it is a sponsorship, so I'll share their name. But okay. Yeah, for IM, I don't know really what was going on there, and every time I've seen them play, Mangachu and Boink have been doing different things. So whether or not they're like rotating Pocket to Roamer, or it's just like a day-to-day kind of who feels like doing it today sort of thing, I don't really know how that it boils out. And in the IM playoffs, they tried to play kind of like that old Mihai's Flow style, where they basically had two Roamers and you pocket the demo, but Kosa isn't really built for that, and so I feel like that's partly what made them struggle. They've also got DBW on Med playing from Austria, so she has to be careful from time to time, and I don't think it really has cost them any games, but that's another thing to kind of look out for. But, you know, at the end of the day, they do have three players actually, that have been to LAN, or four even, I forgot Decimate. 5, Fragile is, well, no, Fragile's on the other team. I'm an idiot. But yeah, so we're there. We got plenty of players. They have experience, so on and so forth. So it should be pretty good. I think he may have died. He's dead. Seabear's dead, so you're on the Marxist show for right now. He seems to be back now. We'll see if he speaks. Otherwise, I'll try and entertain you with a series of impressions or something. Okay, so until we hear Seabear, I'll just keep talking. So yeah, basically here, this will be a pretty interesting game, because Xero Error's got basically everything to prove. They do have players that have played at this level before, and I think they could probably manage at least a few rounds. It's not going to be a bad game, I don't think.
Okay, cool.
There we go.
Well, my mic's just going to not work randomly in the middle of talking. What the? I'm really sorry, Marxist and everybody else, for that awkward silence. I was making the funniest, most elaborate TF2 point ever, and then I hear Marxist go, "So yeah, it should be good." I was like, why would he say that while I'm talking? Like, oh, I'm probably not saying anything live, am I? And I looked at the mumble. I'm not. So, yeah. Hopefully that doesn't happen again, but I'm a little worried. Anyway, I don't know. I had to reload Mumble like 8 times, so I didn't catch what Marxist was saying. But what I was saying is the thing that I saw when I looked at the rosters of the teams, the dramas. I love the dramas, boys, between Rando and Boink. They were on a team at LAN together, and they didn't get along very well. Now they're on opposite teams. So I don't think we're actually going to see anything come out of that, but it's always interesting to have some extra next level stuff, a little rivalry going on in the game. I don't know if anything's been flushed out in the recent couple weeks, but I know that back when we did Fully Charged and stuff, that was a topic that came up, and they just don't like each other, so it'd be interesting.
The talk has actually already started in the chat. I think Dash has that covered up for the safety of the viewer, but it's there a little bit. Rando saying, "I'm sorry I upset you."
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. So why don't we do predictions? We didn't get a chance to do that yesterday. It's sort of a staple of the cast back when, I casted. I would always like to ask the stream chat what you guys think as far as this game goes. I guess you have to think as Exertus they should be pretty heavy favorites considering they're the second-seeded team going to ESCA LAN next weekend. So I guess they'd have to be favorites. I'm actually going to venture a guess because I know most of these players, and I think Zero Hour. Is it 0 Hour? Is that what you said?
Error.
Error. Sorry, boys. That's fine. You two warriors are going to get me on that one. I feel like they're going to have a good showing, but I'll say Exertus 5-3. What do you think, Marxist?
I don't know. I'll go 5-2 on that one. I'll undershoot you for Exertus. Exertus has really impressed me a lot lately.
Yeah. They have. I don't know. I've been watching. We have 5-3 from an Artichoke, who is also a subscriber to this fine fine Twitch channel. You guys should be subscribed as also. I would like to say, and I've streamed. I've looked at quite a few streams in my day at the emoticons that you get for subscribing. I would put ours up against any of them, Marxist, because for two reasons. One, you can use my face. I mean, who doesn't? It's my face with big googly eyes, and then you also get to do the best smiley face ever created on Twitch. And I'm going to do it right after this. I'm going to let you guess what that best one is as I type it in.
I don't know. I'm familiar with the Sea Bear face and I think the Lang face.
Yeah, if you do Kurt and you're subscribed, you get our other cameraman who's not actually doing the camera manning right now, Kurt Truck. Just the best smiley face ever. Big googly eyes. How could you not want to do that? $5 to spam that in every Twitch channel in the world? Oh my god, please let me. I should also remind everybody that this is the Twitch Team Fortress TV Invitational. Twitch has partnered up with SIBO and I guess us and EXTV to provide coverage of this tournament, and it's really cool. Lang and I casted yesterday. We were talking a little bit about it, Marxist, and it's been a while since we've had a setup where you generally get to see the best of 3 divisions go out and play each other with money on the line. I mean, it's been really since maybe 4 or 5 years ago, back when you'd have open tournaments where the best possible teams in North America would play just some random 6 players from a pub server, and maybe somehow the draw would be such that they'd end up playing each other. So it's a little bit different. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of invite LAN talent on both sides, but it's really cool to see, thanks to Twitch, really cool to see teams get a chance to play each other that may not otherwise.
Yeah, the big interesting draw for me is a lot of the time you always hear people talk and say, like, hi, I am, and hello, invite are basically the same thing. And then you never actually get a recorded instance of them playing until something like this happens. And then you get to see some really interesting things happen because that invite team does not want to lose to a lower division team, especially if it's being cast.
Right, and especially if it's being front page periodically, especially if you're like your TF2 foil, your nemesis is on the other team. So yeah, I think there's actually a lot on the line here. I'm not sure exactly what we're waiting for. We do have, I think 11 out of 12. I'm not sure who we're missing. Players are, this is an invite team, so they're not obligated to start within like 30 minutes of the scheduled time because this is TF2. In fact, where we sometimes start, 30, 40, 50 minutes late. In fact, yesterday, Marxist, during our cast, we had a player, I don't even think an invite player, we just had a player just go and get some food mid-match. It was like someone crashed out, or I think actually what happened, someone rejoined, or had an auto retry on a DM server and just left mid-match, so they paused. And then somebody else was like, oh, well, I'm going to go grab a hamburger. And then like 20 minutes later, we actually went to commercial here on the stream. It was pretty sweet.
Great. I remember my first ever open game, there was a guy, we were waiting on a guy to get in the server, and they're like, he said he went to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And And we're like, okay, well, that's cool. We'll wait. And he never came back, ever.
He got some fourth meal and then got sleepy. That's pretty funny. Yeah, so, I don't know. If you're an aspiring TF2 player, please. In other games, you'd get, like, fired and killed, drawn and quartered, but we're nicer here. We just pause and Lang politely asks you to hurry up from your burger excursion. So let's talk about the game. I'm not sure how much more we can. We already did predictions here. What are players to look out for? Maybe someone on the Xero whatever team. Maybe someone that the stream might not know. They should be more familiar with the invite players. Is there someone lying in the weeds that you should have someone look out for on the lower sided team, lower seeded team?
Confident Carl, aka Schnell. I don't know if Dash is using the name corrector thing or not, but Schnell. Yeah, okay, good. So, yeah, Schnell's a pretty good player that doesn't get a lot of attention. If he's on, he's really, really good at Scout. If he's kind of off, then, he'll kind of fly under the radar. And Kapow's his partner. Kapow has been to LAN, been to invite, so on. So, he kind of overshadowed him a lot in this. But yeah, that'd be if Schnell has a good game, then this should be pretty fun to watch, because they should hold it together pretty well.
Yeah, and then they'll be going up against on the other side Alpha, and who is Alpha's scout buddy? Kapow's the other.
Decimate.
Oh yeah, Decimate. He's playing sniper. I was looking at the classes there, so I think that's a pretty close matchup. I'm actually familiar with all four. We were joking around before we went live, and I was. Alpha's on the second best team as a scout. Oh, Alpha got good at this game finally, because I remember playing with Alpha like 8 years ago when he's not so good, and he's just gotten a lot better. So I've played against all four, played with or seen them all play regularly. I think it's going to be a close battle. Scouts can do a lot of velociraptoring on greenery mid, hopping around on the second level of boxes, deny the roamer jumping, and we do have a Mangachu in this game. He will be doing a ton of ridiculous off-the-wall doubles that accomplish nothing, or sometimes, you kill the whole team off of it. So Scouts are going to play a big role. Watch them trying to deny these roamer bombs here. What do you think about the roamer stuff? I was reading. Did you cast the Mangachu game yesterday with X-Time?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so I was sort of lurking in that channel and reading chat, and there's the predictable Mangachu hate there about how he's always just getting himself killed. Mangachu plays a very aggressive, does not care, gives no you-know-whats when he's playing roamer. He'll try everything and anything. What do you think about his play and how it relates to against like a top team? Can he get stuff done, or are they going to be able to exploit him?
Generally, the problem that traditional Mangachu has run into is that against really solid teams, he's not going to surprise them as much. Because where he really gets you is when he suddenly walks out of a corner and nobody really sees him do it. And then you're all dead. But usually if you're prepared for that and know about it ahead of time, it ends up putting him in situations where he has to decide between helping his team more generally in, say, a transition fight, or camping for the kill. And that if you can catch him in those sorts of decisions, that's good for your team.
I do have word that they did ready up finally. I was messaging people like, please just ready up. Don't ask me to fill time for things. I can't be bothered, all right? I don't want to. I want to cast some TF2, or what we're casting your game, and they're actually going to go live. So this is the thing that Lang coded correctly, the live on 3. Little Counter-Strike action here. Count it down. They're going to buy their pistols and I don't know what, they get armor sometimes or something. I don't know CS strats. But Marxist, do you want to take the first mid, buddy, or do you want me to?
Oh, I'll go ahead and grab it since you offered. I'll watch Badonsky here, help our cameraman out. Badonsky was one of the tippity-toppy demos as far as statistics go in ESEA this season, so it should be pretty good. Got a good solid rollout going forward. Going to throw that first sticky out onto the health pack, go for the upper. See if he catches scouts there. He's going to drop damage onto one scout. Pretty reasonable start for him.
Bombs coming in from the far right side. Blue went garage, kind of countered that move, got out quickly. Mangachu got a lot of damage done, and actually Xero's going to be able to take most of this mid. Rando and the Fragile are alive, so medic combo alive for both sides there. A nice mid win. They did end up losing DBW, whose name is something I probably shouldn't be saying on a front page stream. So that I'm going to say it once, And I apologize if you have fragile ears, no pun intended, because I will. But where we stand right now, Marxist win mid for red, but blue has Uber, and Exertus will be pushing in, probably easily retaking this. Can red make them pop at mid though?
Yeah, basically here is Exertus. You want to try to get in without getting forced, but it's going to happen. And Mangachu's going to go down, but he gets the force out. That's a good sacrifice on his part. But Schnell's going to get caught out in garage. There's another scout that might go down too in Kapow. He's fighting around in garage. Yeah, he gets thrown into that wall. Kosa does manage to get a cannonball kill, but you can't give 3 kills for an Uber at mid. So if Exertus pushes here, they could grab second pretty easily.
And they're going to. Badonski's got his full demo stack. He's walking in very low. And actually, DBW goes down to Rando, who snuck in. I'm sorry, boys. I didn't see him. But Pocket got in deep and is actually going to turn out big kill. The Fragile is still alive, has not experienced the agony of death, but he only has 2 team members at mid. Not great positioning, but I don't think Zero's going to have a chance. Blue is just going to posture a little bit, but realize they can't. And actually, confident Caro Chanel is going to get sticked off by Badonski, who's had a very nice start to this game as well. Zero's Kosa, the demo, blue demo, is putting stickies up in the whatever that thing is that's hung up on the wall next to the second point. Maybe can catch somebody, but Zero's on the back foot here. They need to somehow defend. Fragile has Uber. They're pushing in on the far left side. Mangachu did not get much done with his attempt there, so they're actually in danger of just losing last year.
Yeah, Rando's going to march on in with this Uber. Dive on the med, it looks like. Yeah, gonna try and get DBW out of here. Gonna succeed in that. Boink's gonna go down too. So now, Scout on the point. Takes a little bit of sticky damage from Kosa, but he's gonna snag it. And that'll put Exertus up 1-0.
Pretty easy round. They lost mid, but Fragile never died, still hasn't, so really nice medicing positioning by him. Got out of mid, easily could have gotten team wiped there, which would have been obviously a much worse situation, but they played that leapfrogging action perfectly, even with a pretty dirty re-entry into third for that repush, but they did fine. Pretty easy. So we're in mid-fight number 2. Exertus up 1-0 here, see if they can keep the pressure on. Some nice early stickies there by Badonski there, damaging the upper scout. It's going to send both of them to the ground here. Boink is going to go down. Did he get enough done with his bombs? I don't think so. Blue in a lot of trouble. There comes the big bomb chasing Blue out. The combo DBW is on 30 health. She cannot stay and fight, and the rest of mid is just going to fall down. Exertus just cleans up everybody. DBW did get away. I'm not sure if she is going to make it all the way back. She's still very low on health. She does make it back to her last. Will maybe have an Uber. Not to defend 2. She'll have an Uber to defend last.
Yeah, she might be able to. It looks like they're going to go ahead and pressure in with Badonski already. If they play their hand here, they might get lucky. The soldier already touches the point there, but Mela is going to get blasted. The Uber is going to come out, though. Ooh. So that's probably not the best, most fortunate thing to ever have happen. But Decimate's going to go down. Confident Carl coming in, a.k.a. Schnell. Badonski takes the big needle arrow thing.
Yeah, he did. And a bowling ball, as I like to call it. The loose cannon, I know this game. And Uber is going to be popped here by Red, so not worst case scenario for Zero, but it's pretty close, as Red's going to be able to posture in here. They are actually all 6 up after respawns. Here come the bombs in now. It's actually, it is the worst case scenario because everyone's dead. Spawns are going to come in, not in time. 2-0, and boys, this is high invite play. It's just at any opening, you saw like 65% Uber at last, and they just smelled it out, started putting pressure on, and sort of caused the domino effect, which led to Zero just losing the round there. So really technically perfect play so far from Exertus, and yeah, they're up 2-0.
Yep. So curious about these mids, because it's a granary mid. So, and Boink and Mangachu are good, soldiers are strong, so I'm going to watch Mangachu here. He's going to dive pretty hard, try and pogo jump off of Badonski. He succeeds. Losing your demo right at the start of mid is a bad omen, but Schnell's going to go down as well. They've got to get another kill on Exertus. There's Rando going out. Fragile's needling for his life, but he's actually not going to need it.
Now, Boink is still alive at mid. He has his mini crit effect on. He whipped out the escape plan. He's going for the biggest play possible, the rocket jump into shotgun medic pick. Actually, Fragile was pickable, only had 80 health or so when the jump came in, but Fragile stays alive. I would love to know, stream, if Fragile's died yet. I don't think I've seen it. If he did, maybe last mid? No, because they just pushed in. So I think Fragile's pulling the ace right now. Which would be obviously bad news for blue. It's going to be pretty bad news at this point when red rolls in. Exertus has their Uber, and they're just surgically going to charge in. There is a back cap attempt, maybe trying to take some pressure off last. Kapow is going to go down, opening up this fight. Alpha's dunking on kids, jumping, hopping around, but not the best Uber in from Exertus. They got stalled out, not making a ton of kills, but it looks like they're just going to grind this fight out. Confident Carl, can Chanel be the hero? No, he is dead in first half. Woo! Quick one, it is over, so my prediction of Xero having any chance looks bad, but we saw a big comeback a couple nights ago, so maybe we'll see another.
Yeah, stranger things have happened in TF2. The main thing for Xero right now is to figure out why they're wiping so badly at mid. If they can get themselves together, then we'll have a little bit more of a match. It's just, if you're getting destroyed at every mid and the Fragile isn't dying, then you're going to end up in a 3-0 more than likely.
Yeah, I'm looking at chat. Some people are calling out Kosa, saying his roll arts aren't great. I haven't been paying attention so much to that. It seems to me like it's a matter of scouts hitting the meat, getting some good damage shots out. The meta has changed seemingly a little bit, at least in this game. I'm used to roamers just flying through the air first blush, and then scouts on boxes doing their best to deny. I haven't seen so much of that. Mangachu's gotten some nice bombs off. To me, it seems like the timing for Xero is off. Like, Mangachu's in, pogoing on people's heads, doing some damage, but then the second bomb or the collapse of the demo man or a scout trying to get in and finish off kills, it's just either too late or missing or something. It's just not putting it all together, whereas Exertus seems like they're pretty much on the same page. And as I used to say all the time, this game is really mostly about timing. If you can shoot the same stuff at the same time, you're in a good spot. It looks like Exertus is doing that a lot better.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about TF2, just to climb on my soapbox for a second, is you can find players who are not particularly good on their own, but in a certain team situation, they'll do exactly what's needed. And that's what I really like about it, and why you can see players who are on really good teams maybe go on to a different one and just not experience the same success, because the love and feeling's gone.
Right, and the timing is so important as well. It is really cool because it's a great FPS game. Obviously, you know, you fly through the air, you hit shots, and there's a lot of individual moments of glory. But then there's also that team play element that's just so awesome. Can you time your play right? Roamers need to time perfectly as well. I saw reading chat because I love chat. Hello, chat. And some are saying that, or I saw a smart comment saying that maybe Xero is extending too much to try to pick the demo at mid. Did you see that? Maybe that's not as much of a priority to give up maybe 3 guys to kill a demo.
Well, yeah, on Granary mid, 3 guys for the demo is a bit much.
Yeah, well, they're not like, okay, you 3 are gonna die, but you're gonna get them. It's like, we gotta kill him. Let's focus him or whatever. So I don't know. All right, so we're gonna go live here, second half. Teams are going to take off their sweaters and pass them over in friendly terms, and now Exertus is going to be wearing the blue flag, and Xero on Zered, down 3-0. Can they come back here in the second half? I don't know. I will help the cameraman out and say that I want to watch Kosa and see if he is indeed slower. Looking at the times, he did go the slower route and actually got locked out a little bit by Badonsky, his opposing demo, but the damage trade is pretty even, so I'm going to switch off of him and look for the bombs right now. Xero's trying to get in deep, but they're just getting obliterated. I may have seen an air pipe, but I'm free camming around, and whoa, Exertus just wipes the floor. But look, hit tab! Oh my goodness, Catface is dead. I want to see colon 3s. I want to see that fill-up chat. RIP the Fragile. The perfect game is gone.
Yep, and that'll actually potentially give Xero Error a chance, unless they pick the wrong door. Okay, so they didn't run through right away, so spawn camping, ablated, we'll be able to set up an actual last defense. It looks like we'll have Kapow on Sniper as well for our bit of utility.
Yeah, and that'll be fun. So we'll see. Actually, a first stalemating. We do have Mangachu doing some roamer special. He's not so far in deep, but he's hiding. The hiding roamer strat was the most deadly thing you could possibly do in this game at a time, and now players are too good. They recognize. But Mangachu's actually going to sneak in and just run right into and left click onto Mela. So trade pocket for roamer. Mangachu just likes killing dudes, and he'll be up before the fight starts. Well, the way the trades go, actually 2 down for Exertus momentarily, but they're not really going to push off that. They do have the pick class. Alpha is coming in now as the Australian scoped man, and we'll see if he can get a pick. It's a nice sniper line. You'll see his teammates holding doors open for him. He is going to have to contend with Kapow, so we'll have a nice little sniper on sniper action here.
Yeah, we'll see who wins. They're checking each other's door.
I'm pretty sure that they'll see each other's dots too. At least Kapow, yeah, he can definitely see. So they know they're full charge. They're ready to go. They're gonna do what Bloodsire AA would say is the cheater's way out. And actually, Kapow's in a worse situation because he doesn't have a full buff. So that body shot will absolutely kill him. Whereas Kapow's gonna have to hit him in the head. So eventually they will try to shoot each other, I think. But in the meantime, Mangachu's gonna bomb upper and go back to his little room there and try to make something happen. He's going to drop down on the sniper and kill Alpha, so he's going to help out his sniper. And now some free reign for Kapow if he wants to try to get more aggressive and find that shot. Ooh, misses. The demo man strafes away from the bullet on the point. And now we're just going to kind of go into a holding pattern here, but Rando goes down. Nice shot from Kapow. Mangachu also dead, so I don't see a world in where Xero pushes off of really much unless they get a big turn, like a medic drop or something. So snipers really just to keep them off full strength, I guess.
Yeah, basically, the way I like to do it is, like, if you do manage to get that defensive sniper pick that gives somebody free reign to die in the next, like, 3 to 5 seconds. And if they do anything magical, then maybe you'll think about pushing.
It's not yeah, no, I agree. It's not a great position for Xero, for Red, the defensive side. It's sort of that thing where they're in a defensive pattern, and then they're letting the other team keep attempting until they succeed. Now, Confident Carl is going to pop in there and get a kill off onto Mela upper, and Rando's also dead, so 2 down. Alpha did kill Kapow in the Australian on Australian love. You usually have to pay extra for that action, but they got it for free. And now they're actually posturing up. I like this move a little bit, but they have to be quickly. Oh my god, Boink's going to take 290 damage from those stickies and actually die, so they slowly sort of peek their head into second, say, oh, can we push back? And no, you can't, because we're just going to kill you. And now they're 3v5 at last, 3v4, Kosa and Med. DBW actually loses the only remaining member, and she's going to pop by her lonesome. Oh, that's disastrous. And, yeah, that's not exactly what you want to do. And that's your 4th round.
She was trying to live the dream of the Uber never running out.
You should have started sawing, man. Just keep sawing. You always have Uber. So yeah, 4-0. I was like, I really like this play. They're going to push into second. And then just get murdered, just obliterated. You got to check for stickies, Marxist. You know that, though. You're a smart guy.
Yeah. And I would have just gone for the force there and not tried to have a push. But yeah, that's just me.
And you would have been fine. You would have gotten Mangachu, go get a force. Alright, so we're at a very important mid-fight here. Can they get around? Ooh, Exertus just all over it. But Donsky kills his demo counterpart with sticky spam across the point. Doesn't even let the demo get the health back. And look, this mid was over before it even started. 4 retreating Red are gonna back out. Fragile and company aren't even gonna push as a full team. They're just gonna go and try to catch Red pushing back. Exertus always has pedal to the metal, a sign of a good invite team, always being aggressive, always applying pressure, and they're doing so well. And it looks like they're just going to get second point. Red is going to try to pop on the point to defend. I'm not so sure about this decision. We're going to have an Uber trade, but on the flank side, there's going to be scout fights, which are where damage is actually going to be dealt. Back where the Uber is taking place, looks like Boink had a nice Uber able to drop the Donsky, so that might open up for Xero. They are going to be able to win this fight. Scout on the medic, but no, Kapow is able to drop Alpha before Alpha could drop DBW. Mela is all that remains pushing back. He does have the Fragile who's being chased. Thought the Fragile died, but you know, Fragile actually never dies. It's kind of crazy.
He can do that from time to time, and we're actually going to see Xero Error manage to grab this point. So And I think well, no, the forward spawns are going to come through, so didn't stack it quite fast enough there to deny 2 forward spawns, so now we're going to get to see a little bit of a stalemate. Ubers are close enough together, I don't think anybody's going to do anything too wacky.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see too much. I'm guessing this is Mangachu's time, but you know, if I'm Exertus, I'm thinking, well, Mangachu's gonna get his buff, and he's gonna jump out of one of these 3 openings, and we're just gonna kill him. So I like that Alpha's kind of popping around, trying to get eyes on him, getting ready to plaster him up into the skybox with his scattergun push. But we do have Uber for both sides. They're just going to wait. So, Theory craft me some push mechanic here. How are they going to do this? Well, Mangachu did his thing, but didn't get out the door. Mela is going to do his thing. He's going to skip jump in and force the pop with ease. They are going to push Uber behind Mela, so the fragile pops. Another Uber onto nobody for DBW. She needs to find a way out. And there go the kills. Decimate goes down, but just a trade. And Exertus, really good, just clean retake.
Yeah, Mela got in there really quick off the Mangachu kill to the sticky trap. I think it kind of caught Xero Error in a kind of on the back foot. Like they weren't backed up far enough. They were kind of transitioning in between the let's stay here and let's go away stage of thought.
Yeah, that's not a good place to be. I don't know. I know Mangachu doesn't like to wait, but I called it out on the guy. I was like, well, he's probably just going to go, and he did, and then that cost him 2 points, not getting anything done, and having a much better roamer action play right behind him. So it's always the risk you run when you have a pattern to your play. It's like, well, we know what this guy's going to do. So where we stand right now, both medics are going to have Uber. We do have a sniper on the defensive side. Kapow is going to be sniping, looking over at blue. Ooh, nice shot onto Rando through the window. Nothing but net. The Fragile is going to shed a tear as his pocket's brains are splattered on the wall behind him. And we're going to reset here. Alpha's going to go down as well. So 4v6, they have to get in and at least force Fragile, but I think Xero is just going to commit. They do. They're going to pop way earlier. DBW's got his her soldier in tow. They go in and actually get a nice Uber onto Badonsky, so it looks good for Red. Here come the respawns, though. Very dangerous. That door, wow, the forward respawn is right there, and wow, look at the scatter, the hit scan, so good. Kapow and Confident Carl, 2 scouts, are going to have to hold the line here. They're doing a decent job, but they have to hold point. That is GG's. It was over as soon as it started.
Yeah, I've said it once, I'll say it again. If you Uber into second off of last and the other team has Uber, you have lost the round.
Well,
that's the golden rule of granary.
Yeah, and you can really see that. We talked a little bit about it before the game went live, that you get to see a high IM team or a high open team or whatever play one of the best teams. And you can see the difference between the two. Decision-making, there wasn't any indecision. Like, well, we should push second, we're just gonna push well, no, and then we're all dead. It's like you just have to go. Even if you're wrong, it's better to push in and all die at the same time trying to accomplish something than to slowly bleed and then be a 2v5 situation. It's like, oh, we lost anyway. So, really impressive play by Exertus. They look ready for LAN. And yeah, what did you think? Anything else stand out to you?
No, that was basically what I saw.
Okay. But I don't know if we're going to get stats up.
I don't have a 10.
I don't know if we're going to have stats up or if we're just done here. We do have 2,000 viewers, so thank you so much to Twitch John for the front page love. And hello to all of you if you're new to competitive TF2. Most games are more entertaining as far as the gameplay. That was a 5-0, pretty big roll. We do have our big LAN coming up, boys and girls. I think I should get the exact date. I'm a big idiot. I think it's this next
28th.
week.
Yeah, the 28th for us.
Yeah, the 28th, which is, a week from Saturday, basically. And that's going to be Saturday, and then the championship Sunday as well. Best TF2 we could possibly offer. Always puts on a great show at LAN. So make sure you tune in. It's going to be, oh boy, I don't even know. It's going to be either this channel or the ESEA channel. I'm thinking ESEA, but I haven't been told. We do things on the fly here at Team Fortress 2. We like improv. We just wing it. Anyway, so boys, thank you so much. Again, big shout out to Twitch for putting on the Invitational. Marxus, any last words, buddy?
No, other than it's been a pleasure casting with you, Z-Bear. It was the first time, so
wait.
it was a good
Yeah,
experience.
Okay. Yeah, I'm supposed to check my messages. I was like, I'm like setting up for the best goodbye ever. Whereas, in fact, I'm told from Math said our awesome cameraman, I was about to give him his shout out. So you did a great job. Thanks so much for doing the cameraman. We have a second game coming up in 15 minutes. Street Hoops versus the Jews. I'm not sure if we're casting that. You said that you have to cast for EXTV, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm out of Boom Bowdy as soon as we wrap up.
Okay, so we're gonna go to a break anyway while we get the next game set up. As much as we love doing, friggin' intermission time filler stuff, we're not doing that. I'm guessing we're gonna have 2 casts coming up then, this channel and EXTV. I hope this isn't the game that you're gonna be casting. Do you know?
No, we're not. We don't double dip.
No double dip.
That's the strat.
No sloppy seconds, or I guess concurrent seconds, whatever. Okay, so so stay tuned if you want to watch another game. I'm not so sure who's playing. I don't know anything. We're gonna have at least another one caster, maybe 2, maybe 3, who knows. But yeah, we're gonna go to break here. Thank you so much for watching, and we will be back.